Good evening, everybody. All right, so we're live everywhere. Looks like everything's working right tonight. Oh, let me make sure my laptop is plugged in because you know what happens when that doesn't happen. I am not responsible for whatever happens to the Wi-Fi. Just know that I'm not touching anything back here. Whether the internet company provider is or whether one of the people in my family are, I cannot guarantee. Hopefully we'll keep Wi-Fi through the whole show this time. I was actually missing a tube of glue earlier, and I would not be at all surprised if it was either stuck to my butt or to a child, because that is how my week is going. So it's that kind of week, ladies. Good thing today is Sunday, right? When we start over tomorrow, maybe it'll be a little better. Maybe I'll feel a little less homicidal. Who knows? Those are pretty high goals, though. All right, we have one and dones for you tonight. Let's see. Hope you've got your fingers flexed. I'm trying to think what I've got. I've got some rings tonight because I don't often show rings. And so I've got several rings pulled out tonight. Also got, as usual necklaces and earrings. I've had hiccups all week, so don't mind me. That's another thing that's been all week. Hi, Shannon. And no, it's not from hitting the vodka bottle. I wish it was, because that would make it easier to take. For some reason, my diaphragm has just had muscle spasms, and it's been all week. And I'm probably short on magnesium or potassium or something, crazy like that. But hopefully it'll go away sometime soon. I remember my older daughter used to get them for days on end, and they were loud and painful. So I'm glad at least mine aren't loud and painful. That's helpful. What you been up to, Shannon? Get anything good done this weekend? Did you have any fun? I did not have any fun. It was rainy, and then it was hot, and then it was hot and rainy. Hi, Marlo. Are you still on Billings, or are you home now? Hi, Mom. Good to see you. Let's write you down on here so I don't forget you were here, because that could happen today. Lots of things actually could happen today. I'm not ruling anything out at this point. You're home now. Okay, good, because I'm not ruling anything out at this point, so I would prefer that you are at home, because anything can and will happen this weekend. So there is that. Also, my pile of papers on my desk are reproducing. My pile of papers is reproducing. The papers are reproducing. See, I've even forgotten how grammar works. Marlo, look what I found. I was going through some stuff, and I had taken this out to scan it in my computer, and found that. So I thought I'd show it to you. I have it sitting right here on my desk. We're just talking Southern Pines today. Cool. We are going to Snow Hill next week. So I don't know that I've ever been in Snow Hill. I know they do some of the LDC training there, but I don't know that I've actually ever visited that Kingdom Hall. So it'll be interesting to do that. Let's see. So you know about my weekend. I rested because it was rainy and yucky. And today it was hot and yucky. So there it is. Let's go ahead and get started. Don't forget that today is one and done. So everything is the last one. We cannot reorder these pieces. I don't think you've ever been there either. Yeah, I couldn't remember, but I don't think so. I'm thinking maybe once upon a time, Dad had a talk there. Hi, Tracy. Let's see. Make sure I got everybody down. And I'm getting one of those achy headaches. You know how it is. I've been taking something since just after meeting because it makes me kind of sleepy. So I've been taking something since it puts me to sleep. I don't know if it helps because I'm knocked out. So I guess it helps that way. We take what we can get, right? All right. So what we're going to get is started. This is going to be number one for tonight. We'll go ahead and start out with a ring. This is called Mojave Monument. This is in black stone. So this is like a 3-layer ring. So down here, you have almost like a wedding band look, and then 2 rows of the stones offset from each other. So we have that wedding band look down there. This has the wide stretchy back that gives it a little bit more stability since it is a little bit heavier and larger ring. So this is where it would sit on my finger. Again, my fingers are only good for so much because they're small. So may not fit your finger the same way. So this is Mojave Monument. It is in black, and I'm trying to see if I can get my number cards part. It's probably where the tube of glue went. Number 1 for tonight. It's been that kind of day and week, so we're just going with that. All right. I'll let you know how it is next week, Shannon. We have a more dainty necklace. It is called Petunia Palace. It is in green. If you could see right in the center of these flowers, there is a little green stone or bead. It is slightly, I don't know whether I want to call it dewy, maybe dewy or frosted in the center. So it's not a super clear green, not like a rhinestone green. It's a little bit like a sea green. This is the length, so that's sitting right above the collar. And with the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down here below the collar. So we have Petunia Palace in green. Such a cute necklace. This one is number 2. My cards are playing tricks with me over here. They're trying to stick together and see if I can get them apart. And I'm still missing elusive number 7. If anybody knows where number 7 ran off to, just shoot me a text. I don't know where it went. Doesn't seem to be on my desk. All right, Rock Candy Bubbly in purple. So we have purple and white rhinestones inside an elongated oval. And then on the outside edge of this oval, we have white rhinestones. So obviously this is going to be backwards on me. The white rhinestones would normally be on the outside, but this is the length and size. Hey, Kim. So we've got like a grape candy colored purple. Oh, you're not too late. We're only on number 3. And the white, these are Rock Candy Bubbly. Number 3. Number 4. Moving right along. Garden Glade in yellow. So these are a pale yellow. I know they look a little bit darker to me on Instagram, but these are a pale yellow. Bead in the center. We have like a garden motif. We've got some flowers and vines in the frames. I don't know if you can see those. There we go. And then the earrings are smaller versions of those pendants. So really, really cute. Wouldn't have to upgrade the earrings. They match perfectly. I wouldn't upgrade the earrings on this set. And I upgrade almost every one. This one is just a tiny bit above the collar. Most of it is below the collar with the 2-inch extension. It's actually going to be right above the bust. So it's going to go past mid-chest. This big disc is going to hang probably right in here. So a little bit lower than mid-chest. If you want it in mid-chest, just don't use all the extension and you'll be fine. So this one is Garden Glade in yellow. And it is going to be number 4. And when one of you finds my glue, please let me know. I have no idea where it went, so there is that. All right, I have a cuff bracelet. This is in that turquoise blue crackle stone. This is called Cottage Living in blue. Let me turn it so that it's right side up. You can see we have little feathers. And then we have several different shapes of that blue crackle stone. It may look a little darker on your screen. It is the same blue crackle stone we always have. Back is open. This one would be really easy to adjust the size on. So you see how flexible that is. You can bend that in just a little bit. Just don't do it repeatedly or you're going to break it. Ask me how I know. So this one is Cottage Living in blue, and it is number 5. Believe me, there is probably nothing you can do to this jewelry that I have not already done. And just because I've been working with it for 4 years now, so I have done, whether intentionally or unintentionally, everything you can possibly do to it. I think I probably even ran it over. I was trying to think if I'd ever run it over. I probably have. There's probably a hole in my tire because of it. Let's see. What are we going to do today? Our first question. Let's try this one. 5 answers, and it's pretty easy. We're going to go with, let's go with number 2. Name something with teeth. Something with teeth. A comb. Number 1. Kids. Well, people, so number 5. Wrench. Wrench is not on here. What else has teeth? Alligator. So animals. That was number 4. Got animals and people and a comb. Crocodiles, animals. Yep. A gear. Gear is not on here. Can you believe that? They never do the things that I think they should do. They don't ask me for permission. I don't know why not. They should. 2 more things. Something with teeth. A zipper. That was number 3. You got that one, Shannon. 1 more thing. And Tracy, you were thinking along the right lines. In the hardware department. What else in the hardware department has teeth? Hey, Esley. Let me write you down. Good to see you. A ratchet, not a ratchet. Something else in the hardware department. Yes, a saw. There we go. That was the other one. Saw has teeth. So now that we have determined all the things that have teeth, let's move on to the next piece. All right, we have a cute, fun, summer-themed necklace. This is called Fruity Flare. And this is, of course, in multi because it's all different colors. So we have an orange slice, a kiwi, a watermelon, a pineapple, and a grape. Now, our pineapple is set with some little rhinestones. Some of these others, like the kiwi, have a few beads in them to make the little seeds. So it's pretty cute. This is a smaller necklace, so you could layer this with something else if you wanted to make a little bit bigger splash. Hopefully not the pool, but it's a little bit bigger splash. So maybe 2 chains below it or 1 chain above it, 1 chain below it would look really cute. Our watermelon is 1/3 above that collar and 2/3 below. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down to about here, which is going to be just above mid-chest. So not quite all the way to mid-chest. This is a little bit shorter one and smaller one, but these pieces are great for layering or for giving to younger people in your life. So this one is Fruity Flare in multi. And it is, I can get it apart, number 6. And since we are currently missing number 7, which has run away with the dish and the spoon, we'll be doing number 8 now. Don't ask me. I don't know. Things happen in the middle of the night. My papers reproduce. Things run away. I don't know. Botanical Banquet in red. This is a dark red. This is blood red. Tracy, don't laugh. Blood red. Teardrops and marquee shapes. Gremlins. Yes, gremlins. We say it's the guy who lives in the attic because every once in a while we'll hear random sounds from up there. Not ever big ones, but random sounds. And so we blame everything on him. These are clusters that are hinged in between. So it's going to lay flat against your chest. Right here, your breastbone. And then our earrings are those same teardrops with the other little beads at the top, the marquee shaped beads at the top and a round one. So you also would not need to upgrade these earrings. This one is going to sit just barely peeking over the collar. So maybe 2/3 above, 1/3 below this time. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down to here, which again, I need to turn my finger sideways because that is just above mid-chest. I turn my finger this way, it looks like it's at mid-chest. So we're up here. This one is Botanical Banquet in red. And it is number 8. If I didn't already have something this color, I would keep it. But I have something very similar. Can't have them all, right? By the way, if you like my earrings tonight, you can say I want your earrings. I do have one more pair of these. They are post hoops in the off black metal. They have little, I guess those are gold centers or maybe brass centers. I don't know. They're gold colored. So that's what they look like. I do have one more pair of these. And they are called Floral Flamenco in black. So we're not going to give those a number, but if you want them, let me know and I can get you a pair of those. I have these little short hairs blowing in my face from the fan. It's not too much fun. And my hand sanitizer, I don't know, for some reason has gone liquid. I don't know what's up with that. But it happened. All right, next up, Droplet Like It's Hot. I always tell people this reminds me of key lime pie because that's about the color of it. Or key lime pie yogurt, if you've had that. Really, really cute. That's a bead in the center, a large faceted teardrop bead. And then we have dewy green beads around that centerpiece, and then white dewy beads around the outside. It's entirely possible, Tracy. I don't know. It's in here on my desk, so you wouldn't think it's hot anymore, but it may have gotten too hot at one point. I feel like I'm melted down into a puddle, so, you know. This one sitting right across the middle of the chest. So nice centering here with the 2-inch extension. You can have it down on the bust. So top of the bust right here. This is a nice little bit longer length. So this is Droplet Like It's Hot in green. And it is number, whichever number I can get loose. Number 9. I think the gremlins have been gluing my cards together too. You never know around here, so even if something sounds really crazy, it probably actually happened. Next up, we have another ring. This is called Rustler Road in blue. So this is our blue crackle stone. We have the dot motif above and below. We have that center stone in oval and then 3 little stones on the side. This has the wide stretchy back. These backs fit about sizes 6 through 10, which is great when it's hot like this because I don't know about you, but my fingers swell in the heat. And so these always fit me. I keep a bunch of these kind of rings around because sometimes that's all I can wear. So this one next to my finger looks like this. This is Rustler Road in blue. Hello, Faye. Good evening. And this one is going to be number 10. All right. Next question. Let's see what we've got. Number 10 to you, Marlo. I've got you. Okay. Oh, And I just lost it. Let's find it again. Story of my life, right? I don't think there's anything in my life I have not lost at one point or another, including children. Don't tell anybody. Sometimes I take my time finding them too. Of course, now they're all grown, so it's not quite as much fun. But still fun to hide from them. All right, let's see. They do not want me. Let's try this. Four answers on this one. Let's go with number 4. See if we can get this one. Other than eating lunch, what do people do on their lunch hour? Other than eating lunch, what do people do on their lunch hour? The one that I usually did is not on here. I would usually work through it. Exercise, number 2. I would eat my lunch sitting right at my desk. Shop, that was number 4. Appointments, walk, not on there. Read, number 3. That's what I prefer to do. I usually ended up working though. One more thing. What else? Nap. Nap was number 1. So when I was in Pioneer School for that week, that's what I did on my lunch break, because we were on the last Zoom class. And so we got an hour for lunch. I would lay down for half an hour, and then I would get up and eat something really quick and go back to school. And it kept me awake. Talk, stay on the phone. I'm always on my phone. It doesn't matter. All right, let's move on to the next piece. Trendy Twinkle in orange. I think this is on here backwards, on the tag backwards. And I probably say that every time. There we go. Trendy Twinkle in orange. So we've got a little star up at the top, has a tiny iridescent rhinestone in the center. And then we have an orange solitaire rhinestone hanging down below and a beaded chain as a third layer. There we go. Got to change this so that everybody can see it right. This is a really cute piece. I love the layering, but it's not big. So like a dainty layer. And all these are below the collar, which makes them hang well. So this one is about 3/8 of an inch below the collar. You see our last one is just below mid-chest. So mid-chest would be right about where my finger is. With the 2-inch extension, we're going to be able to move that all down here, which is going to move the star down to about where our last chain is now. So you'll have a nice range right in here, if you prefer. So this one is Trendy Twinkle. And that is in orange. And it's still hung backwards. It is number 11. Really having trouble with these cards tonight. I need some of that stuff where they give you at the grocery store, little stuff to put on your fingers so you can get the bags apart. I think I need some of that for my cards. They must be too slippery. All right, next up. I was trying to see what I have. Plentiful Petals in black. So these are cute little black flowers. Our center is a silver bead that kind of looks like a flower itself. I don't know if you can see that little roughly edge. So this is actually 3 flowers gathered on one chain. Let's see if I can, there we go, get them to show. 3 flowers on one chain, dangling at the bottom of this dainty chain. This is the length and size. So we have Plentiful Petals in black, and it is number 12. I forgot what I was doing. I think I need somebody over here to supervise me. All right. Subliminal shimmer. I wanted to say sentimental shimmer. 12 to you, Marlo. Don't let Ty see your bill. I thought you already had a pair of those. Subliminal shimmer in gold. So these are gold hoops. They're about the size, a little bit bigger than a quarter. I'm going to say almost like the gold dollar or silver dollar. And then they have twists with little white rhinestones. This is the length and size. Hi, Ruth. If I didn't say hi to you, I saw you and I thought it, and I don't know if it came out of my mouth. So subliminal shimmer in gold is number 13. Now, let me write down your name. It's been one of those weeks. This is, here. Divine Iridescence. This is in my favorite color. Isn't that pretty? Look at that gorgeous blue. Okay, you want a backup pair. That's fair. Actually, when I buy the girls' things, I always buy a backup. I buy 2 at a time for each one of them because I just know that on necklaces, they're going to yank them and break them. And sometimes I can fix them and sometimes I can't. So I just buy them in 2s. So we have squares set on point. Then we have these cute little curves in silver, curved bars in silver. The earrings are the little, these are actually more like rectangles. They're a little bit bigger than the squares. This is the length. So just below that collar with the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit right above the bust. This is one of my favorites too. I wear it a lot when I wear this color blue. If I have on this color blue, chances are you're going to see this necklace. So this is Divine Iridescence. It is in blue. And it is number 14. Actually matches the necktie that my mannequin was wearing earlier. See? It was not approved wear for my show, so I took it off of her. This is my son's tie. I need to repair it. It's starting to come apart just a little bit at the bottom. Those little seams. But yeah, she was wearing that before the show, so she has influenced me, and I pulled out the blue. It's always something around here. Shell out in yellow. So these have that shell type appearance and finish on them. And then we have hammered little partial circle caps up at the top in silver. This is the length and size. That hand sanitizer smells like vodka. It's not a bad thing. Shell out in yellow, number 15. But it did make my nose tickle. Whatever's in here, I'm allergic to it. Still going to keep using it though, because it still works. All right, let's try this one. 4 answers. And this obviously was asked to women, and I'm just saying that because I see the answers. They do not say that they asked 100 women, but definitely these were women they asked. Let's go with number 2. What kind of how-to book would interest you the most? And this doesn't have to be you personally, just other women. Come on, we all know what we talk about. What kind of how-to book do you think would interest a woman the most? Cooking, number 1. Because we always need new recipes. Always, always, always. Let's see. Gardening. Gardening actually wasn't on there. Making money. Making money was on there. Gotta have money, right? How to fix a sink. That is not on there. But something else you do at home is not sewing, not working from home. Although that is very, very close. Parenting, not parenting. Can you believe they're not getting parenting books? Go figure. Work from home, fix the sink, sewing, making money. So making money was on there. That was number 4. That was probably the closest thing to working from home that they had. I literally lost the other thing, a hand sanitizer. Okay. It's been that kind of day. 2 more things. We've got cooking. We've got making money. What other kinds of self-help books or how-to books do you think a woman would like? What would interest them the most? We see magazines with this all the time, both of these things. If you go to the checkout counter, I guarantee you will find both of these things in some of those. It's with number 7. Okay. Relaxing. Nope, not relaxing. Decorating. Decorating was number 3. Looking younger. Oh, that's close. Losing weight. Losing weight was the other one. There you go. See, I knew you knew these. Losing weight. So between losing weight and decorating pretty much makes up every magazine at the checkout stand, right? And every website or product that they're trying to sell you online is about losing weight. So we have it all. We don't even need self-help books because we've got enough. All right. Next up, we have Perennial Daydream in blue. So this is a flower, an elongated flower. That bead in the center is like a light slate blue. And I call it that because I don't know what else to call it. It is a grayish blue, but it's lighter than slate blue. So we're just going to call that. You went for a checkup and was offered Botox. I would fire that doctor or nurse. That's so rude. This is the size next to my finger. This is on the wide stretchy band. So we have Perennial Daydream in blue. And it is number 16. 16. That doctor's office would not be high on my list of places to go. Like, we don't already feel bad enough about it. Glimmering Go-Getter in purple. So these are little, they're like triangular shapes that are in a purple. And you see it kind of has an iridescent finish on them. These are on thin wire hoops, front facing, so they're on a fishhook back. This is the length and size. Yeah, these are pretty. Glimmering Go-Getter. And these are in purple. It's kind of like an amethyst purple. Number 17. Number 18. This one's a little bit longer, so I'm just going to pull this back for you so you can see it a little better. This is called Plains Paradise in green. And I do have it in other colors if you don't like the green. But these are green pebbles like the crackle stone, but they're little pebbles. And then you can see we have little wavy discs. They have that texturing on them that looks almost like glitter, but it's actually just the texture in the discs. And then you can see we have the espresso wooden beads going down each side. This is the length. So this is one of our longer short necklaces, if that makes any sense, which it doesn't usually. This one's sitting right at the bust. Second one is just below the bust. Third one is in this upper abdomen. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to come down to about here, which is not quite mid-abdomen, but it's really, really close. So you can get a lot of range on that. You also have the nice big links. Can you see those? You're going to be able to fasten in these. So if you wanted to shorten this a little bit, you could fasten a little further down the chain and just adjust it so that it's symmetrical on you and wear it in a shorter style. So this is Plains Paradise. It is in green. And it is number 18. And I rhymed without meaning to. That's what we used to say when we were kids. I'm a poet and don't know it. There we go. I am just that talented. All right. Next up. I get all the layers straight. You know how I am about messing up layers. And this has a lot of layers. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 8 or 9 layers here. I think there might be 9. So this is a longer necklace. So I'm just going to hold this up. This is black and it's like a painted black. So it is actually black and silver. Multi-chain layered necklace. Comes down from a larger gauge chain at the top. The earrings are the tassels that are also black and silver. I'll show you how this is going to look on her. This is the length. So we're starting at the bust and going down into the upper abdomen with the 2-inch extension. It is going to hit mid-abdomen. So nice length. Could go with sweaters in the wintertime. Could go with some of your other dresses or longer tops in the summertime. Black and silver is always popular. So you can wear that with just about anything. This one is called Rebel Rainbow. And it is in black. This one is number 19. Number 20. We showed this one the other night, and I told you we were going to show it again. This is also a longer necklace. Just came in this week, but it is the last one left. This is called Sea Glass Stash in blue. So we have our blue. This is like a frosted, like sea glass piece of stone or glass here. We have one little pearl, and then we have our starfish in silver in front of that. This is the length. So we've got right here at the bust with a 2-inch extension. Oh, that hand sanitizer makes my nose itch. I should not have done that. Right here. So it's going to hang below the bust with that extension. And I'm trying not to rub my nose because I feel like it makes it worse. But it's so miserable. This is Sea Glass Stash. It is in blue. And it is going to be number 20. All right. I'm going to use the itchy nose hand sanitizer again because I'm itching my nose and then I need to use hand sanitizer and then that makes my nose itch. You see the cycle that we're going through? You're going to see it all evening. All right. Let's try this one. 4 answers. And I swear the first 3 people actually do these. You'll understand when we get there. Let's go with number 3. Which occupation should a bad driver avoid? Which occupation should a bad driver avoid? Let's see if I can scratch my nose with a claw. There we go. Maybe that won't get the hand sanitizer on it and it won't itch. Taxi, number 2. Told you would understand these when we got there. The first 3, I swear people do these anyway. School bus, not a school bus, but that is a good guess. Deliveries, number 3. I don't even want to get into how many accidents my son was called out to because he did fleet management. And the guys would get themselves in accidents or they'd get stuck or whatever all the time. Male person was not on there, but it's a good guess. So we've got taxi driver, we've got delivery driver. Two other things that a bad driver should avoid as an occupation. Fireman, not on there. Mostly because there's only one guy that drives the truck. We hope that he's the one that knows how to drive. First responder, ambulance. Oh, no, but that is good. Trucker, number one. You know why? Because you kill other people with your truck. You might make it out, but I guarantee whatever car you ran into will not. One more thing. One more occupation a bad driver should avoid. And you'll see the accidents on TV all the time, but particularly during one season. Big in the South. Big. Not my thing, but police, not the police. It's an entertainment type thing. They call it a sport. I don't call it a sport. Tractors, not tractors. What else? Tractors are definitely popular in the South. Not the trolley, the race cars. Yeah, auto racing. Don't you see the accidents all the time on the news or on the TV? And they've shown that somebody's blown out or run into the wall or they scraped into each other or something and caused a huge accident. People die that way. Well, probably you should avoid that if you're a bad driver. I think, though, that my daughter is trying to work on a career in race car driving. I'm just guessing because of the way she drives. She's not gotten in an accident yet. It's always a first time. All right. This also was new this week, and we're down to one. This is Marquise Melody. Marquise Melody. So we have the white and the turquoise crackle stones in here in a marquise-shaped frame. Let's get that up a little closer so you can see it. It's like a hammered silver behind those stones. And then we have the polished silver stones. This is a type of snake chain. And I say a type because it's not the smooth one. So that's what that looks like. Let's put it on our model here. There we go. Hanging down at the bust. At and below, so about half and half. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down here in the upper abdomen. So this whole thing is going to be below the bust with that extension. This one is Marquise Melody. And it is in multi because it's got both of those things, both of the colors in there. It is number 21. All right. Next up we have Bloom Bloom Pow in pink. I did not make up these names. Bloom Bloom Pow. So we have a flower. It has curved petals going down toward your finger. See that? And a hot pink rhinestone right in the center. So a nice addition to your pink, especially if you have a flowery pink necklace. And I know we've had a few. This has the wide stretchy back on it. This is the size next to my hand. So we have Bloom Bloom Pow in pink. It is number 22. Number 23. Where are we at? I don't even know. We call this one the bee necklace. You'll see why. Doesn't it look like little bees? So black beads in teardrop and round. And then these are iridescent rhinestones in marquee shapes. Kind of look like the wings. This is not actually a bee necklace, but it does look like one. This is called Galaxy Gallery. This is the length. So just barely touching over the collar at the bottom with the 2-inch extension. It is going to sit down to here, which is going to bring your whole bee down below the collar. They should have named it Don't Worry, Be Happy. That would have made just as much sense, right? Galaxy Gallery really is not doing it for me. I'm not seeing where they're getting that. We'll call it the bee necklace. This one is going to be number 23. The names would be so much more interesting if they let me make them up. But nobody does. Bug's Life, yes. Rural Roadrunner in blue. We're on our last pair of these finally. This is a marquee-shaped blue crackle stone. And I said that because I had quite a few pairs, so it took a little while to pare them down. Feather bottom. This is all one piece. It is attached. It's not going to move around. This is a post earring, and our post is in the top 1/3 of that blue stone. This is the length and size. So Rural Roadrunner. This is in blue. These are number 24. And number 25, for those of you adventurous at heart, or not so, we have Catwalk Safari. These are also in blue, so that's that pretty aqua turquoise blue in kind of an animal print on the front. On the back, they're solid blue. So these are the super lightweight wood. This is the length and size. Look, they almost match my shirt, right? Except I don't do animal prints. I really don't. I don't like them. Catwalk Safari in blue is number 25. But I know there are some of you out there that do. And that's great. Just not my style. We're at 25. We have to do another question. And then we'll do 5 more pieces and we'll be done. How about that? Sounds good to me. All right. If you were at the Watchtower lesson this week, this might be something to follow that up with. 3 answers on this one. Let's go with number 2. Number 2. What does a woman never forget about her fiance's marriage proposal? So what does a woman never forget about her fiance's marriage proposal? What do you remember? And then I'll tell you after what mine is. Place. Place is absolutely right. It's number 2. I did the tickly thing again. The ring, number 3. Yep. Who was there? Not who was there. Although that would be a memorable thing. Probably if they had more numbers, that would be on there. What do you think number 1 was? Yeah, what he said or how he asked. That was number 1. So those are the 3 things you'll probably never forget. So 2 things that I remember. The place was actually on my couch in my living room. And the kids, the little kids were in bed already sleeping. So it's kind of quiet out there. The big kids were up, but they were just around. And what he said was, I know we've already decided, but I just want to officially ask you, will you marry me? Isn't that terribly romantic? I mean, it got the job done. And I said yes. So I guess that's what counts. But, no flowery proposals for us. Just, we'd already decided we were getting married anyway. So he just asked to be official. I didn't even want an engagement ring because I had little kids and I was afraid that I would catch that stone on their skin and hurt them. So I wasn't going to wear one. So I told him just to get a wedding band, but he says, no, I want you to have an engagement ring. So there's that story. Now you know more about me than you used to. All right. Tapered twinkle in gold. We have a gold ring, and suspended from that ring are little strands of white rhinestones set in gold. I thought these kind of look cute. Don't they remind you of like those round plant hangers that the plant then just hangs from the bottom? I'm gonna wear plant hangers on my ear. But look how pretty they are. This is the length and size. So these are tapered twinkle in gold. And I'm going to read Kim's story here in just a second. Number 26. All right, so Kim says, Steve took me to rings, and then on the way home, I says, you might want to ask. So he said, oh yeah, you want to get married? Ought to be 17 again. Yeah, see, you got almost as romantic a proposal as I did. I think we could run neck and neck there. To buy a ring. Yeah, I figured that's where you were going, to buy a ring. So he's going to buy you a ring and not ask. He was very, very confident of your answer. Max also bought mine without me being along with him. We didn't go together. He just bought it. Simple sheen in silver. So you can obviously see this is a mixture of silver and gold. These are wavy discs with like a scratch texture on them. Let's see if I can get that up there where you can see that. It's a really pretty texture, and these are not a flat disc. I'll see on Instagram if I can get it up there closer with my hand. This is one of my go-to pieces because you can dress it up or down. It doesn't look out of place with a casual top like what I've got on now, my t-shirt, or a dressy top. It just depends on what you put it with. So right now it's below the collarbones with the 2-inch extension. It's going to come just below the collar. So a nice short length. Let me see on Instagram if I can get you a little bit closer in here. Hiccups. Came back. I don't know if it's going to show you the scratch texture. It doesn't like me. But anyway, this is simple sheen. It is in silver. And it is number 27. Anybody else have a super romantic, or not, wedding proposal? I mean, somebody's got to have had one, right? Not everybody just said, oh, by the way, you want to get married. Number 27 tomorrow. Gotcha. We can't be the only ones, right, Kim? It's not a guy thing. That's for girls. They do it for girls. Soulful Sunrise in black. This is wood. And we have silver hardware. So we have the silver frame. We have the silver chain in between. These are black wooden beads. These are round. And then a circular cutout. He floated down the French broad and he proposed. Well, that's a little bit better than on the living room couch at night. Sorry. Oh, let's put this on the mannequin. Told you my nose tickled. This one is just below the collar with the 2-inch extension. It's going to come down to mid-chest. Love the wood because it's so lightweight. So it looks like a solid piece, but it's really, really light. So this is Soulful Sunrise. It is in black. And it is number 28. I don't know why I didn't hang those together. Anyway, it's one of those days. Number 29. You were driving to Cody and Ty started telling a story. I was not paying total attention. Then he said, "So do you?" In the story, he'd asked me to marry him. That's good, Marlo. You're not even paying attention to your own proposal. Did you ask him to redo the story so that you could answer properly? That sounds like something I would do. Totally sounds like something I would do. You know where you're kind of listening? He said, if you want, you can put the ring on. And handed it to her. Yep, that sounds right. All right. Country cornucopia in silver. So we have some silver filigree earrings. These are hanging on the chains from a fishhook back. This is the length and size. Let me see if I can hold this against my hand. This is Country Cornucopia. See how pretty that filigree is? This is number 29. And don't worry, these stories are going no further. We would never tell the husbands that we shared these stories because they don't, some of them are not that flattering. Like Max would say, it got the job done. Yeah, there is that. And next up, they won't remember anyway. No, they won't. Only we remember. Last piece for tonight. These are Orchard Bliss in yellow. This is kind of a lemony yellow. This is an oval. We have the enameled yellow along the bottom curve or bottom 2/3 of the curve. And then we have filigree in the center with that oval cutout. Almost couldn't say oval. This is the length and size. So we have Orchard Bliss. Orchard Bliss in yellow. This one is number 30. All right. We made it through the show. We heard some good stories. So it's always important. Keeps us entertained, right? Now we also have black band material, you know, just in case. Because all these men, except for Steve, I know in person. And so that will be filed away. Thank you. Invoices will go out tomorrow. I promise I will actually send them this time. Last week I just said there's not enough to worry about. So did you already buy the sea glass necklace? You did not. That's actually, it just came in this week. Do you want that one? It also comes in green, but it's like a grassy green. So I think the blue's prettier. But I will send out invoices tomorrow evening. Okay, I'll get that one for you, Tracy. I don't remember. It was number 20. It's a really pretty one. Let's see. I don't think we have anything orders coming in this week unless I send one in this evening and I'm kind of looking at it. I don't know if they've got enough that we want to put on the order right now. So if you guys go on my official paparazzi page, it's paparazzi accessories /390602. Or you can search for me by name on there and make sure you get on my website. You see my picture. If you see anything there that you want or would like me to order, just let me know. And I can wait till tomorrow night to put in the order. So just let me know that you'd like me to order certain pieces and I will go ahead and do that for you. Because as of right now, I don't think I have enough to put in a whole order. Shipping's gone up, so I try to make it worthwhile. $8.95 now. Ugh, everything's going up. All right. So anyway, you guys have a great night and a great week, and we'll see you back on Friday. Good night.